Brought to you by
youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the Special Interest Group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Welcome back once again. This is News Tonight at 10. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Let's delve into the bulletin. Now, the residents of Wakiso district have tasked officials from Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited to explain why power keeps going off since they took over from Umeme. This was during a meeting with the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabbanja, at Wakiso district headquarters.
Earlier this year, the government, through the Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited, UEDCL, took over management and distribution of electricity from Umeme. However, UEDCL is still grappling with a lot of challenges of power blackouts across the country. This afternoon, during a meeting with the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabbanja, the residents of Wakiso district tasked the official of UEDCL to explain why the electricity keeps going off since they took over from Umeme.
naye ffe tubonaabona n'amasanyalaze okuva mu mwaka ku mwaka mwatugamba tuwandiike ne tuwandiika empapula entuumo bweti ne tuzibatwalira ng'ekyali Umeme twagaddamu tuwandiise entuumo bweti transfome tatuuka Kawanda yo yabaaki.
Nsaba okubategeeza nti Oweekitiibwa Dennis Sozigalabuzi ng'akyali MP waffe baleka basimbye emiti gy'amasanyalaze mu saabu kawunte tawuni kansi ezimu tezaafuna nyina ebyalo emiti gy'amasanyalaze egiyimiriddeyo obuyimirizi naye nga tekuli waya.
However, the officials explained that they are working tooth and nail to ensure that all Ugandans are connected on the grid.
Tulina awa ebifo ebimu ebyalo ebyali tebinnabatuuka mu masanyalaze nga reya tebannabajjiza mu ministry. Naye njagala okubategeeza nti programu eyo ekyagenda mu maaso ng'eri wansi wa ministry era plans weeziri naye olw'ensawo ebeerawo tetusobola kukikolawo mulundi gumu wonna.
Bakama bange ekituleese nga mukama waffe bw'atulambise owa Ministry of Energy kubanga yatutwala tuzze wano tusobole okuwuliriziganya ate nsaba bakulu tuwuliziganye tusobole okulaba nti obumulumulu obulimu obwo obutono tubumazeewo bwe buba tebuweddeeko tugenda kuweerezebwa omukisa okujja ku ofiisi zaffe ez'enjawulo.
However, the Prime Minister blamed the residents for voting opposition members who cannot demand anything from government.
Ababaka bonna tetugenze ebintu tebiri mubinga wano mukkirize oba mugaane abammwe bakolerera kubaagala kusuula gavumenti naye eri wonna tukola ate tejja kugwa kakati abagezi abalina kiyimba teekamu kiyimba okutegeera ebintu bino mulekenga kutunuulira muzeeyi yekka naffe nti etuli mu ofiisi eyo muzeeyi yatuwa obuvunanyizibwa ate ne budget tulina
She appealed to the people of Wakiso to vote only the NRM candidates and President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Tutegere ekyalo ky'Egindi tumuggyewo tumulipulesinge tujje tugezeewo omulala twakowa abanafuusi twakoweterendi chairman ogwo mulimo gwo otambule ate naawe ngenda gamba muzeeyi naddala wano ewakiso tubeeko kye tukukolera naawe obeere ng'olina amaanyi agakutambuza nga kyamaani w'NRM ng'owawakiso kimanyidde ddala teri bukulembeze emikono waggulu teekayo ogwa kkono oba gyombi yegwogaba obuyinza tewali buyinza butava eri Mukama Katonda zeepalisa emikono gya Pulezidenti Museveni mwena Mukama abawa obuwanguzi mwena Mukama awaye bye mwetaaga mwena Mukama abawe okukolera abantu baffe.
Bukora East NRM flag bearer John Bosco Ngoya wants security to investigate the arrest culprits who attacked him on Thursday, September 4th, on his homecoming party in Poron sub-county, Napak district.
In this raw video, a gang is carrying machetes, bows and arrows, running towards the truck which had a public address system. One person was heard shouting in a local language, "Kill me, kill." It was later found to be Bokora County incumbent and then NRM flag bearer John Bosco Ngoya on his homecoming to thank voters in Poroni sub-county. Ngoya had won a case at the NRM tribunal as Bokora County flag bearer. He was later attacked at Poroni Trading Center.
In the process of thanking the constituency, I was actually met with a brutal force that wanted to eliminate my life. And this particular force was commanded by the LC3 chairperson of Poron, who in military fatigue organized a group of goons to attack my car as it was entering from a patrolling.
Ngoya accuses opponent Emmanuel Ilukol, whom he won during NRM party primaries, and Poroni sub-county chairperson John Angel.
As we entered, they started pelting us with stones. And luckily, we actually had a team of boys that had accompanied to give it a celebratory mood. When we reached there, we were actually shocked to realize they were armed with sticks. They were armed with pangas. They had hammers. And the intention was to actually eliminate me.
They had put the music when they saw the flag bearer is coming on through. So what they did is they prepared themselves to come and open the music for the defeated person, which was challenged last time. So they started the music, playing the music. So when the Honorable entered in, which is Honorable Ngoya, so they started now arrowing people.
These guys, they were, when the Honorable reached to Kaiselem, they started stoning the vehicles, they stoning people like nothing. Then we grew as the opponent of Honorable Ngoya, as for the flag bearer. We also grew annoyed. We exchanged ourselves with them. We started fighting. Whereby LOC3, Anyala, John, Brave, ordered those terrorists who are there in order to demolish us, to destroy everything.
Ngoya won Bokora County NRM flag with 9,554 votes against Ilkol with 9,506. But Ilkol in a telephone interview denies all allegations.
So all that man is talking is lies. You know, the consequences of cheating an elections are bad. And right now what he's experiencing is the aftermath of cheating an election. What has been happening is that wherever he goes, he is being asked, how did you get this flag? We didn't vote for you. So that is how the war has been coming. And he likes carrying goons, hooligans from home here in Matang.
Ngoya informed the district security committee, although he did not get help.
And their urging was, let us take a little bit of time so that we can actually have this exposure.
Ngoya is worried that this could spark of insecurity in the district and the region.
Is that the police investigates in the fastest way this particular issue, so that people can actually be able to have rest. For now, there is a lot of uncertainty. It's like
Electoral remains unsatisfied with NRM party tribunal ruling.
But yet we presented all the DRA forms, the 210 DRA forms, showing, and we tallied with the tribunal people, in front with the team of Ngoya and my team. We tallied there and still showed we are winning.
Renowned biochemist and proprietor of Prof Bio Research, Professor Julius Nyanze has called for a change of policy to integrate all producers in value addition. Professor Nyanze told UBC TV that value addition can deliver Ugandans to the industrialization stage and also guide all low-income earners to start thriving in business through initiating cottage industries. Ahabiona Francis has more.
So if we sit down and formulate and we arrange these facts together, we write policies, formulations, this is the future which is going to change the fate of this country. Chinese have developed their standard of doing systems. So if the country accepts our way, that is the first step. It begins with the government, because already the people have accepted it. If the government accepts that, yes, we can add value to eucalyptus rather than selling timber, let us first prioritize oil making. We can add value to coffee, let us first prioritize oil making from coffee. So this would be the ideal approach, the way Chinese did it. They began with the cottage approach, the way people of Singapore did it, and they began with value addition. People are passionate. They like this kind of system. Rather than sitting them down, you lecture, you quote Newton, you quote Einstein. Those people they have never seen and they will never see. But if you quote Nyanz, they know him. They know where even to find him. These people know how to do it. We have been training them. They are experts. They can look at the beans and they tell you this bean can give us oil or it cannot. If we can change the ignorance, illiteracy levels by using such a mechanism, we are good to go.
The National Information and Technology Authority and Personal Data Protection Office has launched a nationwide campaign on cybersecurity, data protection and privacy. The Acting Executive Director, Nita U. Arnold Mangani, says the campaign Bera Kugad raises awareness to curb cybercrimes online and offline.
Uganda Police annual crime report of 2023 indicated that 245 cybercrimes were reported with 1.5 billion shillings lost and only 377.4 million shillings was recovered. The monies lost were mainly transactions online, either through hacking into someone's online accounts or unsolicited direct calls or messages.
Yes, the complaints that are received officially logged through the Uganda Police, and those are projected through the annual crime reports that they always issue. But again, we have noticed that there are quite a number of those that don't report, which means that we have we're in the blind on the exact extent of damage, but we are aware based on the police, we can extrapolate and know that we have those that are too scared to report.
It's against this background that the National Information and Technology Authority has launched a nationwide campaign on cybersecurity, data protection and privacy.
That promoting awareness about the existence of cybersecurity and data protection and privacy risks, so that we can have the consumers of technology utilizing technology in a way that only harnesses the positives, while avoiding the risks and negatives that come with technology.
The 3-month campaign will run on all the media platforms and across the country.
Users of technology within the country, and the campaign is going to be intense in both rural and urban communities. And we intend to utilize radio and television, as well as flyers and social media, amongst others. So we don't want to leave anyone behind, because everyone matters.
The data protection experts urged the netizens to be vigilant, cautious, and aware about what they share online. Joan Murungi, Philip Aguta for UBC News.
Now, the people of West Nile have been urged to preserve their cultural heritage and pass on their indigenous language to the next generation. The call was made during the 9th Memorial Mass of the late Bishop Frederick Ndrandwa at St. Joseph and St. Bruno Serunkuma Catholic Chaplaincy in Luzira, Kampala.
The late Bishop Frederick Ndrandwa was remembered for his devoted service to Roman Catholic Diocese of Arua and his legacy of promoting unity, love, peace and development across religious and cultural lines. The clergy, political leaders, cultural representatives and members of the Lugbar community attended. In the homily, Reverend Father Dr. Robert Wadril Aluma urged the young generation to uphold the values of Bishop Ndrandwa.
He had special liking for the seminarians. He sent them to school, provided for their needs as well. On economic level, Bishop put structural structures for formation. He put a Christus Center for pastoral formation. And also he put youth center for the formation of the youth, what we call St. Daniel Componi Youth Center in Arua. And then also to communicate and to evangelize, he brought the idea of radio patches, which is one of the best radio stations in Arua.
President of Kampala Latin Ruguba Catholic Association Limited, Adema Pastor Amayo, emphasized preserving culture, where language, customs and traditional values are elements that bind communities.
Peace, unity and development. Our belief in culture is where there is a love, where it brings peace. And a community which is peaceful is a united one. Where there is unity, automatically there is development. Therefore, those are the things that we work for.
Community, we can grow and have a lot of fulfillment.
Terego District Woman Member of Parliament urged West Nilers to take responsibility for environment conservation.
We thank God. God will always answer. Have faith. All of you must have faith. There is nothing that beats faith and hope. It shall be well.
The late Bishop Frederick Ndrandwa was born on August 12, 1943 and passed on September 1, 2016. He served with humility and deep faith. He became Bishop of Arua from 1986 and retired in 2009. He's remembered for building bridges across denominations, promoting peace, and tirelessly working for the development of West Nile and beyond.
The Umbrella Cerebral Palsy Network Association has launched a baseline study on the status of inclusive education for learners with cerebral palsy in Uganda's primary schools. The May 2025 study offers evidence to guide advocacy, policy engagement, and program development to improve access to education.
The qualitative study led by Chambogo University researcher Maholo Caroline Serunkuma benchmarked on public schools across the country. It revealed distinct challenges faced by learners with cerebral palsy who, despite being classified under general disabilities, require specialized interventions tailored to their unique needs.
One of the reasons they drop out of school, the common one, is lack of accessibility in the toilet facilities. Remember that many of them do not move well, and they have to squat to be able to use the washroom. Are we there? And of course their clothes get soiled with what we put in the toilets. How many of you will continue going to school?
According to 2024 UBOS data, 13% of Ugandans live with some form of disability. However, persons with cerebral palsy often encounter gaps in inclusive facilities and skilled human resources, exacerbating their educational exclusion.
Unfortunately, even on the new buildings for the schools, you find that very little attention is given to the guidelines. I have some schools here. Yeah. These are new buildings, but without a single ramp.
The ministry is doing its work, but the challenge, like we said, sometimes it comes to the field implementation. Like the issue of accessibility guide, the ministry is following that. The Ministry of Education, headed by the Department of Special Needs, worked with the support from our partners. That is, it was a number of partners, but headed by Humanity and Inclusion. They even made an abridged copy of school accessibility standards, and we even have a copy at the Ministry of Education. They refined that copy, and it was disseminated for use.
The Umbrella Cerebral Palsy Network Association urges government authorities and relevant stakeholders to increase investment in specialized infrastructure and trained personnel to address these challenges, emphasizing that cerebral palsy demands distinct attention with broader disability policies.
They could not listen because we had no evidence. Therefore, this study is going to help us because it has been conducted at a national level, and it's going to be a guiding tool on how we advocate for a meaningful, inclusive education when it comes to learners with cerebral palsy.
This report aligns with global evidence from the World Health Organization, which indicates that 80% of persons with disabilities reside in low-resource settings, underscoring the urgent need for targeted interventions. Wadulo Arnold Mark for UBC News in Kampala.
Well, as we move ahead, the NRM aspiring Member of Parliament for Nakawa West constituency, Anderson Bulora, has urged parents to fulfill their parental obligations. He was donating scholastic materials to the needy families in Kisasi, a Kampala suburb.
While donating to over 100 needy families in his constituency, the former resident city commissioner is optimistic that if at all parents would sacrifice for their children, they would grow up as better citizens.
Because they informed me that they are challenged children or families. Children want to go to school, parents want to take children to school, but they are challenged economically. So I asked here in Chas Central, if possible, to get 100 families that I can donate to some scholastic materials. If you don't take your child to school, to be literate now, you need to be able to write, to read, to count. There is nowhere now you're going to go for employment, and it doesn't require you to. And I appeal to all of them to find space within themselves to take their children to school.
The organizer of this event, Naboma Juliet, says that there is need to join cooperative groups that can help to enhance their incomes.
And the reason why we have gathered here today is because our kids are about to go back to school. We very well know it's towards the beginning of third term, and we want to give out some scholastic materials like pencils, books, and sanitary towels to the girl child. So whoever is going to get to see this should please come on board and assist us, because we need to see ways of lifting one another.
On the other hand, community leaders highlighted the benefits of community engagements.
The only way to develop and to help the needy, making them to join the groups such that they can develop their business, helping those who are needy. I'm here by informing all the leaders of Chanja that it is better to make groups in your areas.
Godwin Mark and Kayumba Stephen for UBC News in Kampala.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Revered as the patrons of the wild, my horn stood tall, announcing my presence among Africa's Big Five. Yet, with all my strength, I struggled to survive. Then Uganda Wildlife Authority gave us something, a safe home at the Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. And here we begin to thrive again. Today, we are 48 members strong, with 17 cows, ready to take our unique story into the future. This is your lifetime opportunity to name a rhino, and with it, find the conservation efforts that keep our story alive. For more information, visit our website, www.ugandawildlifeauthority.org.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Welcome back from that short break. As we move ahead, former Chief Justice of Uganda, Justice Bart Katurebe, has urged religious leaders to train personnel to care for the older persons when they retire. Speaking during a Thanksgiving Mass for Bishop Emeritus Egidio, who celebrated 90 years, Katurebe highlighted the challenges older people face after retirement.
Yumbe is one of the pilot districts for SAGE, under which eligible elders receive 25,000 shillings monthly, disbursed quarterly. Some have used the funds to start small economic activities. While monitoring distribution in Yumbe, State Minister for Elderly Affairs Kidudu Mafabi Dominic commended the initiative's impact.
You see, it's not how much you get, it's what you do with the money you get. And that's what we saw. We saw the old man with the SAGE. He had built up a permanent house. Then the old lady, she told us she had over 15 goats. She started with about 3 and through SAGE, and she had placed them in the children's homes. I was so impressed.
However, leaders and elders demand both an increase in the stipend and lowering of age entry.
The biggest concern is can we reduce the threshold, the age threshold, from 80 to 75 if we cannot reduce it to 65, so that we are able to bring on board quite a number of elders that are not benefiting under this program.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, Agri David Chibenge, acknowledged the need but cited the resource constraints.
It's not that government does not recognize the need to support the elderly. And by elderly, in the case of Uganda, we are looking at people 60 plus. But the implications in terms of finances, and I was sharing with them the figures, for now, for the 80 plus, we are paying 420 beneficiaries. If we lowered the age by only 5 years to 75 and above, we would have to pay 505,881 beneficiaries. If we went even lower to 70 and above, we would be required to pay 764.9 thousand beneficiaries. 65 and above would be required to pay 1,048,598. If we started at 60 would be required to pay 1.5 million beneficiaries in the whole country. And for each of those options we take, there is a huge financial implications. If we go down to 60 plus, the shortfall will be 424 billion additional resources that government must provide.
He said alternative projects are being implemented to support elderly citizens not covered by SAGE.
For example, those who are 60 to 79, we have a program called the Special Enterprise Program for the older persons. This empowerment program targets people who are 60 to 79, and they are given in groups 5 million Uganda shillings as grants.
Currently, Yumbe has 5,970 beneficiaries, while nationwide 358,420 elders are enrolled. Joseph Fodama, UBC News.
The Uganda Parliamentary Forum for Creative Arts has partnered with the Uganda Society of Architects for the annual symposium to highlight the impact of architecture and creative arts on Uganda's GDP. The Creative Art Forum chairperson Rachel Magola says the event provides a platform for Ugandans to exchange ideas on how the creative arts sector can attract investment.
Globally, the creative industry generates an estimated $4.3 trillion and supports close to 30 million jobs, according to UNESCO. Uganda Bureau of Statistics notes that the sector contributes 4.1% to the country's GDP. In comparison, countries like Nigeria generate about $600 million and employ over 1 million people, according to IMF industry studies.
Industries contribute at least 4.1% to the current GDP. but that shows that we have not fully unlocked the potential, because we know very well that the creative industries in so many other countries contribute way more than that.
The chairperson of the Uganda Parliamentary Forum for Creative Arts, Rachel Magola, says that the current creative arts legislation is inadequate, underlining the relevance of the symposium.
Legislative frameworks in Uganda right now are very prohibitive to the growth of the industry. Now, being part of the symposium, you leave when you're better informed, you're better equipped to function in the community.
She called for the consolidation of administrative frameworks across creative ministries to attract more investment. Magola also emphasized the critical role architects play in national development, acknowledging their close affiliation with the creative sector.
People do not know that architects are creatives, that they are designers. They draw those lines and make a country look what it should be. We need a consolidated administrative framework where we sit in one place. If a filmmaker wants this building, he'll talk to the architect and say, who owns that building? You're the one who built this. We need to change this so that people can coordinate business and move forward.
The president of the Uganda Association of Architects, Jacqueline Namayanja, highlighted the importance of architects in public infrastructure development, noting that the current building control policies often exclude their input.
The biggest issue is that it's eliminating the architect in a very crucial position. Yet the previous bill, the previous one had it. The architect has a great input in anything that deals with physical planning, spatial planning, environmental manipulation.
The annual symposium is scheduled for 11th September 2025 under the theme Sustainable Architecture and Creative Economy. Pauline Aiso Ongoet for UBC.
Now quickly into the world of sports. Uganda's national golf team captain, Joseph Chinyai, has produced a stunning final round performance to win the 2025 Johnny Walker Uganda Amateurs Open Golf Championship at Lugazi Hills Golf Country Club.
Chinywai, who won the 2021 edition at Entebbe, staged a remarkable comeback to edge Zambia's Dominic Musonda by 3 shots. Trailing the Zambian through 3 rounds, the Ugandan fired a final round 67 to finish on 10 under 274, while Musonda closed with 72 for 7 under 277. The decisive moment came on the back 9, where Chinyai's birdie on hole 10, coupled with Musonda's costly double bogey, swung momentum firmly in the Ugandans' favor. From there on, Chinyai maintained composure, extending his lead with the steady birdies to seal victory.
About the 4 days, day one, I came not to lose it on the first day, because always I'm a bad starter when it comes to Uganda Open on the first day. So I made sure that I'm within the top 4 on day one, and glad I made it on day one by shooting a 4 under 67, which made me come into day 2 chasing 1 stroke. So, well, that gave me pace, and also to see what I'm chasing, and also it gave me courage and morale that I can make it and still possible. So I didn't lose hope. Day 2, still the same, 3 under 68. It also still gave me morale. However much yesterday I almost lost it out, but I'm like, Joseph, play regulation, cool down. There's more 1 round to go and you can still make it. Golf is all about being patient and playing regulation golf. So I'm glad I worked on, as I told you yesterday, that I'm going to work it out with my technical team and my caddy. So the plan has worked.
Musonda, who was competing in Uganda for the very first time, promised to return stronger in next week's Johnny Walker Uganda Professionals Open. Abdu Kaketo and Anthony Otukei tied for 3rd at 287, while defending champion Joseph Riganakena finished 5th. Culmination of the Amateur Open ends 3 weeks of action so far in the 2025 Johnny Walker Uganda Open Golf Championship that started with the seniors, followed by the ladies.
There's only one thing that you can do in life. Who can guess?
You keep walking no matter what, yeah? So everybody that hoped for something else, for a different result, just keep walking, yeah? The last 3 weeks have been nothing short of amazing. It's been a big, flavorful experience all the way from the seniors. Last weekend we had the ladies, and today we intentionally brought to you our Flavor Town experience, which we really, really pride ourselves in as Johnny Walker. We have quite a diverse portfolio of drinks, but tonight, or through this tournament, we specifically wanted to reintroduce you to the world of Black Label, which is quite flavorful.
What follows to complete almost a month of action is the Pro-Am on Tuesday, to be followed by the Cash-Laden Professionals category.
Well, that's all we had time for. Thank you once again for allowing us into your space. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and let's meet in our new week. Good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Big thing about the MTN Super.